this election is so important. You know, I've been mayor of Quincy now for about a year and a half, and I can tell you it's been an eye-opening experience with how much the state of Illinois gets in the way of doing business. It gets in the way of recruiting businesses in the state of Illinois. It gets in the way of municipalities getting their financial matters in order, which is why it's important that everybody go out and support Bruce Rauner for governor, the only candidate who's proposed serious reforms for Illinois government. You know, he doesn't come in Quincy once every 4 years and like Santa Claus and drop money out of thin air that we wonder if it'll come and be here or not after the election. Bruce has been a friend of Quincy before the election. Quincy is on his radar. I think his commitment to Quincy is shown through and through with how many times he's been here throughout the last year and a half. So I want to say thank you to Quincy Metal Fabricators for hosting this event. And without further ado, I'll give it to Mr. Dan Nissen to introduce our speakers.
Brought a little cheat sheet along here so I wouldn't forget all this important information. On behalf of my brother, first of all, I'm Dan Nissen, and on behalf of my brother and I, and all of our loyal and hardworking employees, we welcome you, Quincy Metal Fabricators, Governor Rauner, and your entourage, friends and neighbors. We're happy to have you. For the last 12 years, we've had liberal bureaucrats running the state. And between Illinois, California, and New York, we are at least the first, second, or third closest to bankruptcy out of all 50 states. Or is that 57? We don't need another bureaucrat. It's time we have a businessman run the business of Illinois. Bruce Rauner says that the state of Illinois is upside down, and I believe that. Bruce Rauner says that he can fix that, and I believe that too. What we need now is not another 4 years of bureaucracy. We need now Bruce Rauner. So,
thank you.
Following me, Illinois State Rep of the 93rd District.
Hey, Joe. Great leaders in the straight chapter.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm glad to stand before all of you, and thank you for the accommodation here of a great business, Quincy Metal Fabricators. And it is true, Bruce Rauner has listened. He knows he's a man of action. And also his running mate, Evelyn Sanguinetti, is an outstanding woman of accomplishment. She's an alderwoman, a mother, a leader, and I'm very happy she and Bruce have been working tirelessly. I know they were in Anna yesterday. They met my mother. And she's getting every vote out. At 86, she wears her Rauner t-shirt on the treadmill at exercise every day. But anyway, I'm so happy to have them, and I know they're working tirelessly around the state. The one thing that will change Illinois is election day, that we elect Bruce Rauner and Evelyn as our governor and lieutenant governor, people of action that know where Illinois needs to be fixed and want to do it so much and lend their talents that way. So I want to introduce the next lieutenant governor of Illinois, Evelyn Sanguinetti. Thank you.
Good morning, Quincy. Thank you so much for having us. And thank you to the Nissen family and, of course, to Quincy Metal Fabricators. This has been an amazing tour today. The reason that we're here today precisely, even though we've come around quite a few times, but this is a very important period because it's early voting period. And we want to encourage everyone to get out there. You know, true election day is November 4th, but if you could get out there earlier, inspire your friends to get out there and vote, I think it's time, because we'll actually be involved in having a real leader in the state of Illinois, which is something that we need. You know, in Wheaton, Illinois, where I serve on council, we're very proud to be a AAA bond-rated city. We live within our own means, and we want to bring that framework to the whole state of Illinois so that we could flourish and become a place that is once again welcoming to businesses. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to your next governor, Bruce Rauner.
All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Quincy. We're all in to go to work for you. It's an honor to be here. It's one of the most important communities in the state of Illinois. God bless you.
Yeah.
We've been here more than a dozen times in the campaign trail. We're going to be back here hundreds of times after we win this election on November 4th, because I want this part of Illinois booming. You guys got the hardest working people, the most fertile farms, best location in America. You should be thriving here. But we're struggling because of Pat Quinn and the Chicago machine that controls Springfield and has run us into the ditch. We've had 12 years of Pat Quinn, Rod Blagojevich, and Mike Madigan controlling Springfield. The Chicago machine got our government by the throats, and it's taking us down the drain, and we are going to change this in a dramatic fashion. This is our year. We're going to knock Pat Quinn out of office. We're going to beat the Chicago machine, and we're going to turn our state around so wonderful communities like Quincy are booming again and thriving. We're here to go to work for you. I'm a worker. I'm not a politician. I'm a business guy, a business builder my whole life. And who I've been working for is teachers in Illinois and state police officers in Illinois, because I've been investing their pension money in my business for 32 years. I've done a phenomenal job making a better retirement for teachers, generated 25% annual returns for teachers so they get a better retirement. I'm honored by that hard work, and I believe, as the Bible says, to whom much has been given, from whom much is expected in return. I didn't inherit any money. I was a middle-class kid growing up. My grandparents were dairy farmers. They had dairy cows and corn. They did a little double-wide trailer. My grandfather was the kind of guy, he believed in hard work and giving back in the community. He was also a factory worker. Worked in a factory making butter and cottage cheese, the Hawthorne Melody plant. He made my values, hard work, and giving back in the community. I've done well financially. I never apologize for my success. I've been successful, worked hard and done good working for teachers and police officers, and with the money I've made, we try to give back. We fund public schools. We built the Red Cross, the YMCA, early child education, health clinics, and I'm all in for veterans. I've been a huge veteran supporter here in Illinois, funding the services to support our veterans, because they deserve our utmost support and respect, and I'm all in for our veterans. But this is my chance to go to work for you now with my time as my way to give back. I'm not going to take a salary or a pension as governor. I'd rather you as taxpayers keep that money. I'm going to actually do something really unusual. I'm going to move to Springfield and live in the governor's residence. Nobody's done that. Nobody's done that in a long time. You know what? And that house, that's an honor to live in that residence. That's our house. We own that house. We built it. We paid for it. We should show it respect. We should run the government from there. That's where our government should run from. Some of you guys who know contractors got to help me. We've got to fix the roof and pump out the basement. You know, our current governor takes care of that residence about like he takes care of our economy. That's to get run into the ground. But you know what? We're going to change things in a big fashion. We're going to shake up the government in Springfield. Get more jobs in a pro-business, pro-growth, pro-investment, booming economy. Make the government efficient and effective so we can bring down the tax burden. Invest in our schools so we got world-class schools in every school district, not just in some. And bring back vocational training back into our public high schools so our young people are trained for the jobs that are available in great companies like Quincy Metal Fabricators right here. But I also want to deal with this corruption in Springfield. Rampant corruption. Pat Quinn is just another version of Rod Blagojevich. Cronyism, patronage, corruption. Well, I'm going to rip that patronage system out at its roots, and we're going to get term limits on these politicians so they have to leave office after 8 years. We're going to get redistricting reform so our voters are picking our politicians aren't picking our voters. We're going to have big change. I'm going to drive that process. Look, I'm financially independent. I don't need a job. I don't want a political career. I'm going to change that culture in Springfield. I'm the one person who can stand up to those special interest groups down there and shake up that system right at its foundation. So I'm all in to go to work for you. This is an exciting year. We're going to turn our state around. And here's the key. You guys are part of it. It's the citizens getting involved, informed, engaged in the process, and getting out and voting. That's what's going to allow us to transform this government and make sure that it's run right, run for your benefit. Early voting started last Monday. You can vote now. Please, if you haven't voted early already, please get out and vote. It's really, then you can have it done. It's done, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. And then we don't have to call you or send you a letter to remind you to vote. And we can save that money and focus on the undecided voters. So please get out and vote. Don't vote often like they do some places, but vote early. Vote early and get out there and get your vote matters and get it in early. That will make us much more effective in the overall campaign. Now we're traveling all over the state. We're in 6 communities today. We're in Bloomington, we're in Decatur, we're in Champaign, we're in Springfield, we're everywhere today. And every day of this campaign, we're all in the win for you. We're going to turn this state around. We're going to win this election. Restore good government in Springfield that's running for you and your families in every community. So God bless you here in Quincy. We want your community booming. We love it here. This is one of my favorite towns in the whole state. I've been here many times. I love it here. And I want to see you guys thrive and your families successful and maximizing their opportunity. Out the American dream for every family in Quincy and every place in the state. So thank you for being out. Thanks for letting us be here. Let's go win this election. Thank you very much.
On November 4th, we have a chance to make a lasting impact on the future of our kids and the future of our Quincy community. I'm voting yes to avoid investing more money on old, deteriorating school buildings. I'm voting yes to save $560,000 a year in utilities and operating costs. I'm voting yes to do all of this without increasing our tax rate. To find out more about why you should vote yes on November 4th, visit buildingforquincy.com.
Paid for by the Committee for Building Quincy Schools.